Ni hao, wish Stephanie. I don't know that I'm fully in this today, so excuse me if I'm a little methodical. I wasn't even going to review tonight. I was thinking of turning this into in very, very, very early night. I reviewed today. I added 10 during work. On breaks. When I say during work, I don't actually mean when I should be working. Can I just clarify that? Anyway, I added 10 new cards, and tonight, before I started my review session, I put them into Pleco, and I decomposed some of them. I drew some pictures, so I'm up to date. I now have 96 of the 150 flashcards. So this is moving along much faster than I ever could have imagined. And this is what 96 flashcards looks like. So it's happening. The tabbies are the things I want to go over with you in this video. All right. So should we do good or frustrating first? The good news is that frustrating is working. Okay. The 3 cards that I pick that I can't figure out how to process to the point of remembering what they mean are working. The animations that I'm making when I'm talking to you and afterwards, and that I describe to you later, they're working. They're helping me remember the meaning or the sound, depending on what I'm struggling with, of the words that I'm studying. Again, I'm studying HSK1. Hi, sorry. I should probably do more of an intro since I'm doing more promotions and more people will be watching the video. So, hi, my name is Stephanie, and I have I've been working up to reading the Chinese language in newspapers since April of last year, because it's 2018 now, and I've decided to do a huge HSK dump. I'm starting with HSK1, and I'm going to do a whole video on what I just found out about HSK and my plans for when I'm going to take my first HSK test, but it'll be a whole separate video. So stay tuned for that. So HSK1, there's 150 words. I have 96 in flashcard form. And I've been describing you in previous daily HSK vlog fashion 3 vocabulary words that I have been struggling with. Oh, I just realized, do you see this blue thing right here? That's just a random building nearby. Lights. Blue lights are very big, at least in southern China. I don't know about northern. I think they're a little less flashy up there. Western I haven't been. But there's a lot of blue lights like this all over, and I really like it. They used to be my favorite color when I was a kid. Anyway, not the point. So it's working. So I'm going to keep in these daily vlog HSK vlogs videos, I'm going to keep pulling out 3 of my most frustrating words that I can't remember and try to figure out how to remember them. So let me show you an example of one that I did last time that I didn't quite come to a decision on camera, but for some reason, okay, so this is no, it's not 4th tone. Whoops, sorry. It's rising tone. It's do. That sounds like flat tone. I suck at tones. Anyway, it's do. I can't do it. I just can't. It's du with the rising tone. Let's just say that, shall we? It means to read. Okay, so I was talking about maybe this being dewdrops, but I don't think I thought of anything else. And for some reason, of all the things that I was trying to think of on camera last night, this is the one that stuck. I saw it today and I automatically thought, oh, this is dew. Now that, again, these animations are like, or these visuals, animations, whatever. Some of them are moving, some of them aren't. This one's not moving. Although, no, it's not. Not really. I don't think so. I haven't really fully thought it through. I was just looking at them and seeing the dewdrops on the person who's clearly reading a book. This is something to do with language. Yan, the component yan, is something to do with language. This up here still looks like a ship to me with the cross, which makes me think of like old school priests. They used to be the most, like, as far as on the Catholic side, of religious stuff, which is where the X comes in. The priests used to be the most literate folks. They used to be the ones that keep the written word going, right? So for some reason, I have turned him into a priest. It's raining on the priest. He's inside. He doesn't need to be inside to read, but these are the things that go in my mind. And for some reason, as soon as I saw it today, even before reviewing it, I thought, do, and so it stuck. I don't keep these animations forever. I just keep them until it becomes instinctual. Oh, I have a funny one for Shao. Watch out for an Instagram video about this and electricity. If you are not following me on Instagram yet, I'm doing 10-second videos on, oh look, it's turned green and whatever now. Anyway, I'm doing 10-second videos on different moments that I have out in the wild when I see the Chinese language. Those used to be called aha videos, but I'm experimenting with shorter versions of the aha videos. I'll still be doing longer ones. I have a few notes on some I want to do this weekend, but I thought I'd play around a little bit with how small of information I can show you, the viewers, either here or Instagram, Twitter, and have you still be interested in the language and in just seeing things differently, which is the whole point, really. Whether or not I ever get fluent to the point of happiness, I don't know, but playing with the language, that's what I want to do. I want to show you the success before I show you the 3 frustrating things. I consider it a success because you can see here I started tracking my progress. So I've got the date, cards that I feel I know well enough, out of how many, because they increase 10 per day, and the percentage. So the percentage is one I want to show you. We started in December, on December 7th, sorry. We started at 61.3, which should be 61%. I'm starting to round them. And then we went to 63, 50, 76, 78, and we went back down to 74. However, I keep adding 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So to still be in the 70% range, I think is success. And I think what I need to do, I will definitely hit a review day tomorrow. Sorry. I'll probably just review digitally tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going to be adding any more cards tomorrow. I'm in a semi-saturation stage where my curiosity is getting squished just a little bit, or I just feel like I can't absorb that much more, so I need a day off. I was hoping it would be Saturday because I have a lot personally going on Saturday, and that would be very convenient, but you can't control your brain. You can just work with it. So I'm trying to work with my brain. That's all I can do. Anyway, so I consider that a pretty decent success. I've got all these crazy notes on things I'm noticing, and they're probably all going to turn into smaller videos as we go along. But, and to do that, I need to downsize how much I'm doing. In short, I broke up how many, now that I've been studying for words, HSK words, for a couple of weeks. Has it been a couple of weeks? 27th. I actually started before the 27th. I started just after the 21st, 24th. I think I started about 2 days after I initially made my first note. So let's say the 24th. Sorry, I'm grabbing at different calendars here so I can kind of get a gauge. So I did 1 week there and 1 week there. Okay, so 2 weeks. About 2 weeks. I've gotten about 96 words. Yeah, no wonder I'm at a saturation point. Now, about 30 of these 150 HSK words in level 1 were familiar to me, and I wrote that down. 33 of them, in fact, were familiar to me. So there is a little bit of review in there. Still, because I've reached a point where there's almost 100 flashcards, the review and the different parts of review are taking up a lot more time, and I don't want to downsize review because I think that's really important. I think that helps solidify things and move things from temporary memory into permanent memory and all that kind of geeky stuff. So I've downsized my goal in order to do the longer term goal of keeping the information in there and having more time to play with the newspapers and do different things with the words, I want to downsize from 100 in 2 weeks to 100 in a month, 100 words a month. I haven't quite figured out where that is HSK 1 or 2 test-wise. I'll be doing that later when I have a better internet connection and I can look up the actual vocabulary words for HSK 2. I might be skipping the first test and going straight to the second one. I did not realize that the pinyin is on the first test, and I almost think that would be a waste of my time. But I need to look at the second test before I make that decision. But either way, I'm going to do 100 words a month starting, oh gosh, I guess starting now. I'm writing that down in my notes. What is today? January, let's say 6th. Let's start on Saturday, starting January 6th. So I can just do, let's just keep it simple. I'll just say starting January. I need to figure out the starting date because I already have so many in there. I don't want to confuse myself. Anyway, I'll figure out the starting date, but basically 100 a month. Sounds very comfortable. That comes to 5 words a day for 5 days a week and 2 days of either rest or review days or anything that I need. That feels really comfortable. 100 words a month. And again, if I learn stuff organically outside of that, that's perfectly fine. But 100 conscious words a month is, 1,200 conscious words a year. That's a ton of note cards. I'm going to need a new dresser just to store my flashcards. I think I'm moving into a paper Likert box instead of time-space repetition. I don't know. We'll see. I've only got 96 cards right now, so I don't have to make any big decisions on that. But the physical flashcards are working. The physical flashcards in conjunction with the digital Pleco cards are working much better than just trying to do one or the other. Having both is really, really helping, as you can see from the retention rate that I'm getting from my review sessions. It'll also be interesting to see once I skip tomorrow and Saturday, how much I lose in the 1 day off from not reviewing that I do. So these are all interesting things that are happening. So 5 a day, going down to half, feels much more comfortable. That way I can spend more time on review and investigation and playfulness with the language, which is really what I like to do, and less on the newness. Especially once I am done with the next 50 words, then I go into HSK2, and then I'm very likely going to hit a lot of words I don't know or haven't seen at all. So that restricting 5 newness 5 days a week sounds really comfortable to me. Pretty happy about this. Okay, so the 3 that annoy the heck out of me right now. Swole. That is the angry 4th tone, especially because I cannot remember this. I stared at this card so much today, it's ridiculous. I'm very proud of my handwriting and my spacing, especially on this. I'm getting better at putting them closer together. However, this means to do, and I just cannot think of a way to remember that it means to do. To do. Oh, there we go. Okay. To do, I do. Again, we've got the church thing. I don't know why that goes in my head. I am not a religious person at all, but this looks like a church with the cross at the top, and this could be a man, this could be a woman, even though that I know that is not the character for woman. I know, not new, no. Ha! I just made it funny. Anyway, I know that's not it, but it looks sort of like it. It's more like knock or hand or whatever the radical is for that. But let's pretend this is a man, this is a woman. They're saying I do, and that would help me remember to do. I don't know. And of course, that is an animation because they're like moving closer together. They're getting their rings out. And gosh, I didn't realize I was this romantic. That's problem 1. Problem 2, just looking at this hurts my head. I like this first component. Dian's like electrical. Electrical is with technology. I love technology. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. However, I cannot remember that second part. It's 2 syllables, so it's Dian niao, 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 niao. I think I'm making up a word, a sound. Now, Now, N-A-O with the third tone, the rising, falling, rising. Now. Okay, wait, this is where Pleco comes in. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Pleco to the rescue. Can I just mention that I can't believe you guys are still watching this stuff? And if you know anybody who is studying Chinese and who, or especially if they're vlogging about it, so I can follow them and see what other folks are doing, how they're dealing with the differences in languages, especially if they're coming from a Romance language or a language that uses a similar Latin script. I'd really like to follow those guys. So please let me know in the comment section below if you're following anybody like that in any social media form at all. It does not have to be YouTube. Here we go.
Now.
It is now. Why do I doubt myself? Okay, Dian now. To be fair, this is one of those words where Dian now, the sounds are exactly like the components. Exactly. So once I figure out what niao means, it looks like I'm pointing my middle finger at you. I'm not. Then that would work. This means computer. This I recognize like a million times. I think I've seen that quite a bit before. So I know it's something electrical. So what can I use in here to help me remember this is computer? Like this looks like a screen, right? This looks like a keyboard. See, I think this might get me into trouble once I start seeing other electrical things that start with Tian. But I think for now, we'll just pretend this is a keyboard and this is a screen. And is that the person? Maybe that's the office chair. But why would you have the office chair on that side of the... Why would you have the keyboard on the side? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's just the fan because it gets so hot inside. You need to keep the fan on the... I don't care. The point is, I think that might help out a little bit. Now, I need my computer now, especially. I love this hotel that I'm in Suzhou, but the internet is the worst, and I forget that every time. It's like childbirth. It's from what I've heard. You forget the pain until the next time. I forget that with this hotel. The internet is so bad here. It's ridiculous. That's why I'm posting a lot of these videos like a day and a half after I post them, because I only have good speed in the morning at 5 a.m. So I can only post at 5 a.m. in the morning. It's only a few days. It's so not torture. The rest of the hotel definitely makes up for it. Number 3. 杯子. Okay, so we know this is Z because we've seen it a million times. No problem. I really like writing that one, actually. It's very satisfying. The swirl here, like from here down to here, and then and knowing to stop and then go down and do the hook. I just really like writing that one. It probably looks awful, but it's very satisfying to write. But this cup. It means cup. It means cup. What part of this looks like a cup? Nothing. It looks like utensils, not a cup. Like a cup should have, you know, something inside of it. Or you should be able to put something inside of a cup.